Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Dear reader,
Oh, nice.
allow me to introduce you to my book.
Okay.
Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary.
Okay, well, I guess now's a good time to do the intro as any. Hello, world. My name is Leo, and today we are starting the Beacon Pines file. I don't really know anything about this game. I just felt like playing it. It gives me very Night in the Woods vibes, and I've been really wanting to try it out. I don't actually know 100% if I'm going to be releasing this or not, or like if I'm going to be releasing it right away. But yeah, this was just a game that I felt like trying, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I have no idea what to expect.
You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature.
Probably.
The story that awaits you has not been fully told.
Okay.
In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself.
Ooh, okay. Multiple endings.
It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story.
Ooh,
Chapter
okay.
1. Normal isn't what it used to be.
Huh.
This
Is there no start screen?
is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines.
This is very charming so far. Very novel.
Far from the town square,
No pun
across
intended.
the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn.
Ooh.
His name is Luka Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
Oh, this is cool. Ooh, okay. Hang on. Let me really quick sync up. All right, I think we're all synced up, and I messed with the audio. I hope it's good. I can always change it or like try to edit it down in post. But yeah, right away, like this, I am already. I don't know if it's necessarily Night in the Woods, but like this music. This song is very simple, but it's very nice. So yeah, let's keep going. Oh, I can jump? Oh. Okay, so it looks like the only thing I can do is jump. Oh. Hey, Dad. How are things going? Okay, I'm gonna try to channel my Nico from One Shot Voice. Today is the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died. And it's been 6 years now. So he's 12. From here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. It feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Hey, Luka. I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo was Luka's closest friend.
Okay, let me really quick switch out the...
He possessed many fine qualities,
oh.
but subtlety was not one of them.
Well, let me pause it. Well, after I banged on your door till your grant answered. Here, let me, really quick. Because I didn't know that the text... I thought it was going to be voice acting. Here, so let me do that a little bit. Then just turn up the game as a whole, I guess. We'll do that. We'll see how that goes. And after I checked the pond and climbed up to the treehouse, Then I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes and the flowers on the grave.
Oh, yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. She's not gone. She's just missing. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gonna come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. I hope my voices are okay. I also figured, I didn't know if this game had voice acting or not, but this is a good opportunity to flex my voice acting, or practice my voice acting skills. Also, the art is really good. Maybe I'll go with like a more exaggerated, like deeper voice for Rollo. Tickle. Oh, I found a charm, I guess. You can't see that because I don't have the achievements turned on, I guess, for like the third party thing. But I just got an achievement that said, got a charm or something like that. I already forget. Oh, B?
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed.
What does
Keep
it
hold
do?
of it for now.
Okay.
Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
I love a good surprise. Can I get him to sneeze again? Aw. That's actually really cute. Alright, let's keep going down. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you'd ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. They might be watching. They who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know, I'll think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kinda wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself, I won't be long. Tell Gran before heading out with Rollo. Okay, so I have objectives and charms. Got it. Are there any optional things to find? Can I sprint? I don't think I can. Ooh. What is... Am I just, like, looking cool? Is this, like, a screenshot? I have no idea. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and tell Granny.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude.
You are
Remember
forgiven.
that charm you found in the dandelion patch?
Mm-hmm.
There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing.
Okay.
Some of them can be found in this very house.
So are they, like, secret? So if I do, like...
Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
This song is so good.
One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luka had spent countless hours listening
was a
to
doctor.
anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
So the tickle one I got just by running through the thing. So I'm wondering if I need to interact with the environment in some specific way, or...
Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric.
Out of curiosity, because like this, I don't think it is, because the tonal quality is slightly different, but I'll have to look it up. Is this the same narrator as What Remains of Edith Finch? Like the person who played the person who played Edith Finch?
Luka paused at his parents' bedroom door.
Aw.
He just wasn't ready to go in yet.
I felt like the...
Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when
Oh,
she
okay.
moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
Hide. Is this my room? Who's the other bed for?
Luka tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air.
Aw. Chill. Okay.
Gran's moving in meant that most of Luka's things had been crammed in the corner.
What?
Luka was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
I mean, I guess it makes sense if they needed to make room.
Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luka didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
This is a book on the... Oh, I can't interact with that. Can I jump on things? Oh, whoops. Can I jump on my bed? No. This is really cute. Like, even though this is, honestly, like, I was trying to think of what this song reminded me of, and I guess the closest comparisons would probably be, like, Firewatch or Unravel. Something like that. Yeah, even though this song is very simple, it's also just, like, very charming.
Just some dusty knickknacks.
Dusty? Oh.
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator,
Can I get hungry?
each labeled with the day of the week. A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Junk. Okay. So I know that like it said in the thing, or like in the description, like you control the story or something like that. Is that how you do that with these badges? What happens if I leave the sink on too long? Can I get wet? Can I fill the sink? The sink doesn't seem to be filling. I'll turn it off. I'm a good
The
boy.
only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch.
Looks like it has some assorted china in there. Alright, I take... Oh, I left the... No, I can't leave the fridge open. Wow, I can leave the sink on and the fridge open? What an awful grandson I am.
Oh my! This is quite exciting!
Okay, is it?
I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years.
I am?
You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic.
That's okay. I appreciate it.
You are about to encounter your first turning point.
Oh.
There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
So I got junk. Did I get hide as well from I'm trying to think of the things I went out because I could have gone to the grandma without visiting the upstairs at all. So I'm trying to remember what all charms I got. I got chill and I got junk. All right, I'm stepping forth. Oh, wait.
Young Luka would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Can I look at these? The wheelbarrow.
A sturdy old wheelbarrow.
I don't think this is the same voice as Edith.
A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
All right. Hello. Hey, Gran. I'm gonna go hang with Rolo for the day. See you later. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere special.
The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
We were just gonna go... Oh, I have a heart. Do I need to hit a hide or chill? So I got hide from the, Oh, that's cool. They added in vocals. Well, we're just gonna go chill for the day. Yeah, we're just gonna go hide for the day. Would sound not good. We're just gonna go chill for the day.
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
The best lies are built on truth.
You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. Well, make sure you are done chilling in time for supper.
Easy. Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess.
Okay.
That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything.
Oh,
I
interesting.
think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle.
Ooh, that's an impressive word right there. So why to access the Chronicle?
The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see
Okay.
the turning point, which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches.
Oh,
Luckily
okay.
for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate. It's
Ooh,
the
okay.
perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
Okay. A grand jury. Okay, so if I chose hide.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
We were just gonna go hide for the day. Hide?
Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide.
Yeah, I guess Rolo bet some other kids that we could beat them at hide and seek. Aren't you a little old for that? It's not like there's much else to do around here. Well, make sure you're done. You boys are done playing your little game in time for supper.
All's well that ends well.
Interesting. Okay, I do want to change that back.
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
I like how each thing
The
is
best lies are built on truth.
a different inflection.
Easy.
Interesting. Okay. So I can at any time change the direction of the story just by changing the words that are used. Oh, and Luka, you and Rolo stay out of trouble. I know, I know. Get into trouble with Rolo is my objective. I'm getting in trouble. I'm leaving the fridge open. I'm turning the sink on. I'm leaving. No, I'm not. Alright, let's get going. Ooh, new song. Come on, come on! Whoa! Dang it, Rolo!
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
What's down here, though?
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
So is this the road leading to Beacon Pines? Oh, so if this would be the road away from... Okay, yep. You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines.
Thank
For
you.
many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over
Okay.
the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered. Until the foul harvest and his sudden death.
So the foul harvest, I take it the fertilizer somehow went bad and all the crops
In the
died?
6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
There's a festival happening. Oh, I can just go. Okay, interesting. Hey, Mr. Kerr. Hey there, pal.
William Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Isn't he a hyena? He doesn't... Excited for the big festival? Oh, sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. You're gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all your little friends. I couldn't keep I couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luka. I've got to get back to the proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits, and all that. Ho now. Oh. The left side's a little low. Closer. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. Can't talk now. Very busy with preparations.
Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Huh. Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... It's Mayor Valen...
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. Huh? It's nothing, keep at it. Alright, what can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh. Just saying hi, I guess. Well, good day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. I appreciate the fact that once they are... Excuse me. I appreciate the fact that once they have exhausted their dialogue, I cannot talk to them again. Oh, this is definitely a screenshot. But, you know what? Maybe it can make for some good thumbnails or something. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was. A tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Am I undesirable? Yoo-hoo! Mr. Sinclair? Bah! Don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? How's the napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till Perennial Harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown they want, I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. And back to sleeping. Alright. Come on, Andy. Grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy. I can't. Do it or I'll pound ya. Yup. No. Yup. Yeah, but my mom said... Yeah, but... If I had a nickel for every yeah, but... I'd be the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. Aw, poor Andy. Oh, do they want to grab his wallet? Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luka. Golly, I'm sorry. It's my first week at Perennial Harvest.
He pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
I don't think people with this accent say golly, but I'm going with it. Wonderful. It won't happen again. We are going to be on a first-name basis. You can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Maybe I should, try to match his noises more. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountains and phone booths. We're gonna change the world. And it all starts here in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Uh-huh. Anyway, I'd better get... Oh, that reminds me. We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Haha. Changing the world is intense. So what do you say? Could you answer a few questions? Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. See, it's not that hard, is it? Oh, okay, we're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? I've never really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I've lived. See, that wasn't so painful.
Pete stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
Was it? I guess not. Huzzah! Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits. Perfect. Got garbage. I can't go this way. I wonder how long this game takes to beat. Oh, right. Rollo's waiting up at the treehouse. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Oh, hello. Hey, Jetson. Is the lion playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me. If you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think I should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luka saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
This is really cute. Oh. Oh, interesting. I'm here.
Luka opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait.
Tickle or junk? What? Maybe tickle?
Luka gently baited a feather onto the hook.
Am I about to forget
Good
a
for
charm?
skimming the surface.
Give it a good cast now. You'll have to reel it in a bit faster, or your catch will lose interest. I'm holding down A. Am I supposed to... Oh. So, let me try again, I guess.
Luka.
I got something. Is the line gonna break? Easy there, buckaroo. You don't know your own strength.
Luka gently
Okay,
but
so maybe
first
I need to just, like, reel it in a little bit at a time. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I got something. I got a duck. Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up. Huh.
Luka
As if
tied
I-
a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Oh. So if I come here and fish with all the charms, it's gonna be like I'm collecting things? Come on. So close, yet so far. We're almost there. Okay. Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Some things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, wherever it is, I hope that the other boot at least has a sock to keep it company.
Luka gently
Oh, wait,
baited a
whoops.
feather onto the hook. Good for
So can I leave? Or hang on. Okay, I can't do that. Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more? Oh, okay. So yeah, I need to find more charms, then I can come back and fish some more. Huh. Interesting. Mission control. Authorized personnel only. Okay, and you don't have any new dialogue, which is good. Keep out.
The boys had a good thing going,
Did we?
as long as they kept old Jeff happy. They had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
Who is Jeff? Oh, I like that touch of the water splashing.
After Luka's father had passed, Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper.
It
It was
looks
some
good.
time before Luka realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied.
Aw. This is cute.
On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static.
Ooh.
Rollo thinks it's aliens. He
It might
always
be.
thinks it's aliens.
It might be. Don't rule it out.
Luka's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
Well, I'm already wearing a sweater, so it's not that big of a deal. Hut? No? Okay. Hi. Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night, it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. That place has been empty since the foul harvest. I wonder if I were to replace the word foul with something, maybe that's where this is headed. To save Beacon Pines, I can replace the word foul with something else. Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You want to actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere. And it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want to. Luka, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pa throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, poking around decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go! How do I get off? Do I just jump? Nope.
Luka looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree.
Oh man. Pull.
While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, It did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over.
Wait, really? That it actually kind of worked? Oh, that was the door to the thing. Oh, okay. I see.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.